Hello, just a quick lesson today on the healing lines. That is also called the medical stigmata. So we'll talk about those meanings. So the medical stigmata or healing lines, I'll get a pen, are beneath the pinky or the mercury finger in palmistry terms, and they are usually 3 vertical lines. They are called the medical stigmata, but are very rarely a sign of someone who is an actual medical person. That is why they're also called healing lines. If there are too many of them, that becomes in excess. So that's showing the person is using their communication a lot. So they might be a salesman, might be a writer, a teacher, entrepreneur, a blogger, marketer. Somebody like that is likely to have lots and lots of lines on their mercury mount. So I'll rub out some of those if I can. So the medical stigmata has up to 5 usually. Nice lines. They're not always the same length. So the meaning of that is that the person has an ability to communicate in a healing way. That's why it doesn't always mean that they belong to a doctor. So the person can talk to someone and make them feel at ease, and most likely are good with psychology and things like that. So in dealing with other people, that they can soothe their emotions and emotionally heal, not always physical healing, although it can be physical healing as well. Sometimes you might see these lines missing, but there's some lines up the top here coming down. I call these communication lines. So they're not as strong or powerful as the healing lines, but the communication lines show that the person is trying to communicate in a healing way, or trying a career where there's a lot of communication involved. So for any of these lines to be effective, you need to look at other features. So if you have the healing lines, but if the mount of Moon and Neptune area is flat, if that area is flat, it's not going to balance. So it's going to counter effect the healing abilities. So this area needs to be well developed. Tick. As in nice and bouncy and slightly firm, not really hard, but nice and bouncy and firm. And you can tell if it's flat because it'll be all flat and wrinkly. And if it's flat and wrinkly looking, that shows the person is not very nurturing. So that takes away the healing qualities. And another quality you need for healing ability is for the mount of Venus to be well developed, because that shows your caring and loving side and appreciation of beauty, etc. Another quality that's probably quite important is the fingertips, would you believe? They should be round. I know some people might not understand the difference between fingertip shapes. A bit hard to draw them here. But there are different shaped fingertips. Now, a person with very, very square looking fingertips is not likely to be the type of person who is healing or in that sort of area. So slightly pointed, all right, like this index finger, slightly pointed, but if it's overly pointed, then that shows weakness. So you can't have a really, really skinny tip. It should be nice and rounded so that it gives balance in the personality. So I think that's about all we have for today. Just a quick one. I hope you learned something from that. I'm happy to answer questions. It's probably points that I've forgotten, and they're coming to me as I speak. Just one more thing. The heartline, sorry, I keep getting confused. Heartline should be nice and rounded, and the higher it reaches, the more the person cares. The higher it reaches towards the index finger. If it's a heartline that goes like that and stops under the middle finger, then that person is not as caring. And the headline should also be slightly curved. If there is a very short, straight headline, then that takes away the qualities of a caring personality as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, and don't forget to subscribe. See ya. Sit.